Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Friday, June 26, 2026. Let's take a look at the Forex economic calendar for today. Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Friday, June 26, 2026. Let's take a look at the Forex economic calendar for today. So what do we have here for the Friday? Tokyo core CPI in line with the expectations, up from 1.3 to 1.6%. Tokyo CPI excluding food and energy at the same level as 0%. We are waiting for the German President Joachim Nagel to give a speech at 10:30. Then we have some data from the Eurozone, medium important. Then we have the good trade balance data and the retail inventories excluding auto data from the USA, and scheduled for release at 2:30. At the same time, data from Canada scheduled for release. Wholesale sales at 4 o'clock. We have a Michigan 1-year inflation expectations, 5-year inflation expectations, consumer expectations, and consumer sentiment scheduled for release at 4 o'clock. A little bit later on, we got the FOMC member Williams to give a speech. FOMC member Kashkari will give a speech at 5:30. And at 7 o'clock, we got the US Barker Hughes oil recount, the total recount data release, and that's about it. So, this is the situation for the economic calendar for Friday. Not a very busy day. There are some medium important data releases. So, without any further ado, let's switch to the charts and we start with Euro-Dollar. Euro-Dollar 4-hour time frame chart continues to move a little bit higher from the lows of 1.1325. Local high was almost at the level of technical resistance. So the bounce from the extremely oversold conditions, 16 points, almost 17 points only, is right now at the level of 42 points on the hour side. Nevertheless, we still need a breakout above this level here, 1.1395. This is technical resistance, and because it's violated, let me just change this color for the regular red color. So this will indicate the movement to the upside is needed for the market to continue higher. WXY corrective cycle to the downside is still in progress. It's still being developed. So three ways to the downside is right now the current pattern, but we can still evolve into double X as another connector and then another leg to the downside. So we don't actually know at this time whether this situation here will develop into the connector or maybe some impulsive wave progression. For now, 1.1395 is the nearest technical resistance. British pound, as you can see on the 4-hour time frame chart, is looking quite interesting because we've moved towards this level here, let me just place it, 1.3158, and that was the technical support. We broke below this technical support here, so we got another nice level here, and one more level very close to the recent one is here, 1.3180. So right now we just tested this areas here and broke below the local low, and swing low is 1.3141, and this will act as the technical support. Of course, we have some bounce. As you can see, bounce is to the upside. Momentum is 46 points. We are bouncing from the extremely oversold conditions. Nevertheless, the situation here is very difficult. This is the major technical level, the resistance at 1.33, and the nearest one here is at 1.3272. As long as we trade below these levels, the outlook remains bearish. US dollar versus the Japanese yen wants to move higher. Nevertheless, the momentum keeps moving a little bit lower after there is no initiation of the movement towards 162. 4 pips miss here on the 161.96. So that's not that bad. Nevertheless, it looks like this market during the whole week has been moving up obviously higher, but without any conviction, right? So the dips are being bought, but there is no result from this effort. So maybe, just maybe, we might not see 162 level this week with this kind of the momentum right now, 55 points only. We might see further pullback to the downside. The gold markets test the technical resistance at 4,028. As you can see, after the potential bottom for the wave Y is in place, and potential bounce from the extremely oversold conditions is in place as well. Please notice the new low was made here on the chart, right? And there is no new low in the momentum, so we have a bullish divergence on 4-hour time frame chart. If we break above 4,000 and 4,028, the next target is 4,129, and then possibly we will test the trend line resistance. S&P 500, as expected, deteriorates even lower after rejection of 7,426. Yet again, please notice that we tried 3 times to break above this level and still no avail. So those levels here are red. I don't know how important is now this area here, because it was tested so many times, but it still looks like it's somehow important. So I will just leave this area here, 7,504, 7,516 as the now supply zone. The next target for the S&P 500 bears is the low from the June 11th, and this is at the level of 7,224. Please look at the momentum. Momentum is only 37 points, so definitely bears are in charge of this market in the short term, and the pullback continues. Crude oil bouncing from the level of 68.90 because of the extremely oversold market conditions. So the technical bounce didn't actually last long, because if we just take a look here, we have this very specific pattern here, shooting star, almost doji, and then movement to the downside. So right now this level here, 73.57, will act as the technical resistance, of course. So we should see lower levels quite soon. And last but not least, this is the Bitcoin, and the Bitcoin broke below the lows of 59,130, new local low 58,120 into the extremely oversold conditions. So the market is steadily, step by step, moving lower towards the target area between the levels of 53,000 and 54,000. So that's the target area for the bears. We might see this target area sooner or later. Right now, this level from the yesterday's swing low will act as the technical support. But if you can see here on this chart, from the bearish view, right? If we zoom out, you can see that there is pure bearish pressure on the market, and the market significantly retraced. That's about 14%, and then keeps moving lower. Every bounce is using by the bears to sell the Bitcoin. So right now, next target 53,000. On the daily, we are already on the extremely oversold conditions. On the weekly, we are almost on the extremely oversold conditions. So the situation on Bitcoin might improve when we hit the target area. Nevertheless, on the higher time frames like weekly, we need a little bit of the ground yet to start moving higher significantly. That's everything from me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. Take care and bye bye.